Hi everyone, how are we? I hope you are all trying to keep busy, finding things to do. I know we are getting a little cabin fever, but that's okay. I wanted to make this video because after my last video about what I was going through a little bit postpartum after having the baby, I had a few people reach out to me and ask if I did anything specific or if I did anything to help get better, or did I just ride the wave? So I want to take this video so I could just share with you some of the things that I did, and maybe that would help some other people get some ideas of how to feel a bit better. So I do know that it was hormone related and I couldn't really help it. So I knew I had to just kind of weather the storm a little bit and ride the wave. But I also know a lot about health and wellness. And, you know, if you are a little bit proactive, I was hoping that could speed up the process. And I truly believe that it did. Once I sat down and got my head straight and started thinking about it after about 10 days, you know, I was really desperate to feel better. And I was like, I gotta do something. I gotta practice what I preach. All these things that I teach people, my clients, I need to start putting into practice. So I just wanted to share with you those things in case they could help anyone else. So first and foremost, my main thing was that I talked about it at home. I wanted my husband to know exactly what I was thinking, even if it was hard to say, and even if it was hard to hear, because I know the importance of sharing and talking and, you know, therapy type stuff. It really, really helps, and it really gets you centered and really gets you to learn what's actually going on. Plus, I wanted my husband to know the things that were going on in my head, and I wanted him to be part of it, and because I knew he could help me. I also wanted him to look for red flags in case there was anything that I was missing that was getting a little dicey or getting a little worse. I wanted him to see those things. So talking out loud was a big part of me feeling a lot better. The next thing I did was I immediately booked a therapy session. If you guys have been following me for a while, you know that I put a lot of value into therapy, and I haven't seen a therapist for many years. My husband and I also see our therapist together. I see her on my own also. So I booked a therapy session right away, and we did that together, my husband and I. And that was really helpful for both of us to sort out the things that we went through during the labor and delivery, and then sort out the things now together. And it was really helpful. The other thing that actually really, really helped was reaching out to other moms and just kind of checking in with some of my friends that had had babies, you know, past or present. Just making sure that what I was feeling was normal. It kind of helped me feel the same, like feel like just like them, and tell myself it was okay that I was feeling this way because other people felt this way and they got through it, and I can get through it. So thank you to all of you who I reached out to who really, really helped me. That was pretty helpful. And next, again, sitting down and really reflecting on the things that I teach people to do. I needed to do those things. So I got back to my healthy routine. When we first came home from the hospital and I was recovering and not able to do much, and my husband was dealing with, you know, me and the baby and everything, we were just kind of going with the flow. You know, I wasn't really doing my healthy eating lifestyle routine. You know, juicing and things like that obviously went out the window. But once we got the hang of things after about a week, even though I wasn't feeling that up to doing it, I knew I just needed to get up and do some of those normal things that I used to do that I put a lot of value into health-wise. So I think the first normal thing that I did was juice. One day I was just like, I need something to help me. What can I do? And I just like scoured the fridge, pulled out everything I could, fruits, vegetables, everything. And I ran it through the juicer. And I just made this big powerhouse juice. And I really believe that that really helped me. You know, all the phytonutrients in those, and, you know, right into my bloodstream gave me a really nice jolt, a nice boost of really feel good vitamins. And that really helped. And, you know, making smoothies, things like that, making smoothies, eating a little bit better for dinners, not, you know, not doing so much convenience foods, you know, trying to get some real nutrition in those meals. That really helped also. Next thing I did on the very first nice day we had, I immediately went outside, and it was a little chilly, but I exposed as much skin as I could to the sunlight, so I could get some of that natural vitamin D. That's really helpful for mood and depression and anxiety and those types of disorders. So I just wanted to get out there and get as much as I could in the little limited time that I had. So I felt the effects of that the very next day. So I was really happy that I took advantage of that. Next thing I did was I got out my essential oils. They were already out, but I got them out and got back to using them. Essential oils, there's so much science behind depression, anxiety, PTSD, and those kinds of things with essential oils. If you're using a really good product, they can get really down into the cellular level. Using them topically or aromatically. I even ingested certain ones. I would put them into my smoothies that are known to help for those kinds of things. So I use some of my go-to anxiety essential oils and some of my go-to uplifting essential oils, ones that really like changed my mood and helped me during the day feel a lot better. Another thing I did a little bit, it helped, but I didn't do it as much, but it did help, was journaling. I wrote down a lot of things in my journal that I was feeling, just to get it out, and I think just to release it. And it really helped to just like relieve myself of that and have it on paper so it was still there, and if I needed to go back and look at it, I could. And it also gave me a way to follow my journey and the things that I was feeling. And I noticed a pattern of, you know, every day getting better. You know, the entries weren't so dark and dull and down. I started noticing that I was writing more happier things and more exciting things and more positive things. So that helped to sort of see the journey. And last but not least, sorry, I'm just trying to keep this video short so that you guys I don't take up too much of your time. But last but not least, sleep, of course. I mean, we all know sleep when the baby sleeps. So that was really helpful. It is hard, I get it. Like, there's limited time to do all the things if you have to sleep when the baby sleeps, especially if you're going to be doing all those things I just listed. But sleep does wonders. I mean, your body's repairing itself only when you're sleeping. So that was probably one of the most important things. But anyways, I hope that helps. And these things aren't limited to postpartum. Although that's my journey, that's how I helped myself get better in that type of sort of depression, postpartum depression. But these things can work for any kind of, if you're having a down day, if you're feeling low, if you've had several days like that, you know, find what works for you. These things work for me. So I just wanted to share that with you. And if you want to share things with me, I'd love to know what you guys do. If I missed something or if there's something I should try, please let me know. And if you do want any more tips and tricks and health info and all the stuff that I do with Conceiving Naturally, you can check out my YouTube channel. You can subscribe, you know, my Facebook and my social media and my Instagram. You know, I'm always trying to post information. So anyways, drop me a line, let me know what you guys do, and hopefully this helps someone else.